I have reason to believe that Floyd Mayweather, not brainwash is a strong word, but I believe that Floyd Mayweather deterred Ryan Garcia very strongly away from fighting Devin Haney, because what other, conclusion is there? Devin Haney is on Ryan Garcia's radar, for 2 weeks in a row, and then all of a sudden Floyd Mayweather is around Ryan Garcia for a few days, and then all of a sudden Ryan Garcia redirects towards Rolly Romero. It just seems very convenient for me. I just think that Floyd Mayweather probably had a role in telling Ryan Garcia that Rolly's a more marketable fight. They're going to make a lot more money fighting Rolly than they would fighting Devin Haney. And realistically, Devin Haney is a very difficult fight stylistically for Ryan Garcia to win. So why not go in the direction of Rolly Romero, where even in that fight, I don't necessarily give Ryan a lot of the edge to win the fight, but it's a way more winnable fight, in my opinion, for Ryan than to fight a guy like Devin Haney, who is well established, who's very slick and skillful in the sport of boxing. So I think it's a great move, but I'm just curious, if Ryan Garcia wasn't able to see that himself. I think he knows that, but at the same time, hearing it from Floyd probably, reinforced the fact that he should definitely be straying away from Devin and going for a guy like Rolly Romero. And then after that, maybe the Devin fight becomes even bigger if he, manages to pull off a big stunning KO over Rolly Romero. But let's remember, these guys' styles, Rolly and Ryan, they both have the ability to knock each other out. So that's what makes it interesting. I'm not so confident, even though I think that Ryan Garcia will be, a decent favorite in this fight against Rolly Romero. I'm not so confident that he beats him, because if anything, he is a little bit awkward, and he can crack. I think that he showed that against Tank. Tank said that Rolly wasn't awkward before the fight, but I genuinely do think he is awkward, because let's remember that Rolly started fighting late. He was more of a judo guy, and then got into the sport of boxing. So there's some certain movements, there's some certain body language, the feints, the way he approaches becoming an offensive fighter. It is a little bit awkward. It's a little bit unorthodox. So when Ryan gets in there and he's used to a certain rhythm, I think that Rolly Romero has a way of making it awkward, of kind of finding his way to cut the ring off, cut the distance. And not to say that Ryan's not going to come forward. I expect Ryan to come forward, but also there are going to be moments when he's going to feel Rolly's physical strength. I think Rolly's going to be the physically stronger guy between him and Ryan Garcia. So I think that Ryan's going to have to be very careful. He's going to have to know how to, not allow Rolly to cut the ring off. He can't get caught in the corner. He can't get caught with his back against the ropes, because that's when Rolly does his best work. But also, on the other end, that's when we've seen Rolly get countered. But can Ryan land that same calculated punch that Tank was able to land on Rolly? That's the real question. Otherwise, he's going to have to do it, on the aggressive side. He's going to have to be going at Rolly, which is a dangerous, a tactic as well, because Rolly can crack. There's no doubt about that. We can argue and say that his skills aren't the best, that he doesn't have the best feet in the world, but there's one thing that he does have. It's that right hand, and I think Rolly's right hand versus Ryan Garcia's left hook is going to be the story of Rolly versus Ryan. And I think whoever is able to find a home for their signature shot, that's going to be the person that knocks the other one out. I don't see this fight going the distance realistically. I think their styles are too wild. I think their styles make for a firefight. That's why I believe that Rolly and Ryan's a way better fight than Devin and Ryan, because realistically, I think Devin probably outboxes Ryan, and it would be a more boring fight as opposed to Rolly versus Ryan, where we get the lead up, we get the promotion, the press conferences, the face-offs, the interviews. It's all going to lead up to the pinnacle of fight night, where everyone's going to want to see, these guys have been talking that talk, but can they walk that walk on fight night? As opposed to, Devin, who he's a marketable fighter as well. I just don't think he has the same personality, but he has the skills to pay the bills. So Devin would be a very difficult fight for Ryan Garcia. I'm happy Ryan's going in the Rolly direction, because it's a winnable fight, and at the end of the day, I think he's going to make, he has the potential to make more money against Rolly than he does against Devin in terms of pay-per-view, the back end of pay-per-view. So I'm excited for Ryan. I'm excited for Rolly, because these guys are making boxing great, because even though they might not be the most fundamentally sound fighters, a lot of people like to roast their bad habits, how unorthodox they are, how they don't have the basic fundamentals down. But let's also remember, they've gotten this far in the sport where they're on the pay-per-view and main event stage. So you can't take that away from them. These guys are both well-decorated amateurs, Ryan Garcia specifically, and, you know, going to nationals in the amateurs and fighting guys like Devin Haney, having success in the amateurs. And then you have guys like Rolly Romero who's sparred Devin and he's sparred Ryan. So these guys have all seen each other. They're all on an elite level. It's just, I think that when it comes down to it, Rolly and Ryan are kind of on a similar level, on a more similar level, a more even playing field. That's why it's going to make the fight more interesting. But I have to favor Ryan. It's just not by much. I probably go 55-45 in favor of Ryan because Rolly really is dangerous in my opinion. So let me know in the comments who you guys would have in that matchup, Rolly versus Ryan. And do you guys think Floyd Mayweather had anything to do with, you know, straying away from you know, the Ryan Garcia versus Devin fight and, you know, leaning more towards Ryan fighting Rolly? But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.